Imagine a world where oil spills vanish, ancient forests regrow in years, not centuries, and polluted rivers run crystal clear. For decades, we've relied on methods that were helpful, but what if there was a way to accelerate Earth's healing exponentially? Welcome back to Scientific Research Videos, where we explore the cutting edge of science and technology. Today, we're diving into something truly revolutionary. Our planet is facing unprecedented environmental challenges, from massive oil spills devastating marine life to rampant deforestation turning lush ecosystems into barren landscapes. The damage feels overwhelming. Current cleanup and restoration methods often take decades, even centuries, to show significant results. But what if we could radically reverse that damage? What if we could give Earth a turbo boost in its healing process? Get ready to discover the groundbreaking biorestoration technologies that are not just cleaning up our planet, but radically reversing the damage. For a long time, techniques like USAG-1 represented the forefront of biorestoration. These methods typically involve enhancing the natural processes of bioremediation, primarily by introducing specific microbes or nutrients to a polluted area. The goal? To coax bacteria and other tiny organisms into consuming or breaking down contaminants like petroleum hydrocarbons. USAG-1 and similar first-generation techniques have had real successes, cleaning up smaller, contained oil spills and certain contaminated sites. They laid the crucial foundation for everything we do today. They proved that nature, with a little scientific nudge, can heal itself. But they have significant limitations. They are often slow, taking years to fully treat large areas. They struggle with highly complex pollutants like heavy metals and persistent organic compounds. And most critically, they lack the scale and speed required to tackle global crises like the Amazon deforestation or massive industrial river pollution. The challenge demands more sophisticated tools, and that's exactly what scientists are developing right now. The first leap forward comes from the rapidly evolving field of synthetic biology. Imagine microbes engineered or reprogrammed to be hyper-efficient, targeted cleanup crews. We're moving beyond naturally occurring bacteria. Scientists are using tools like CRISPR to modify microbial DNA, creating designer microorganisms capable of tackling pollutants that nature simply couldn't handle before. For example, research is underway into bacteria specifically engineered to absorb and neutralize heavy metals like mercury and arsenic, or to break down persistent plastics like microplastics in the ocean. This offers two huge advantages: speed and precision. These specialized microbes work far faster, and they can be programmed to ignore harmless substances while focusing only on the dangerous contaminants. Our second set of tools moves from the biological to the material sciences, nanotechnology, and advanced gelation. When we talk about nanobots in this context, we're not talking about tiny robots with arms. We mean nanoscale materials, structured particles just billionths of a meter in size. These nanoparticles can be designed to have an incredibly high surface area and specific chemical affinities. For an oil spill, they can be introduced to the water, where they act like tiny magnets, chemically binding to the oil and clumping it together, making it easy to skim or safely sink to the ocean floor where it can be naturally degraded. This is vastly more efficient than traditional skimmers or dispersants. And alongside this, advanced biocompatible gels are being developed. These gels can be sprayed onto polluted soil or even coral reefs. They act as a slow-release housing unit for our specialized microbes, protecting them from harsh environments while also encapsulating the pollutants, providing the perfect controlled environment for the cleanup crew to get to work. The final frontier isn't just about cleaning up toxins, it's about restoring the entire ecosystem, and doing it fast. This is where accelerated ecological succession comes in, utilizing the latest in plant science and mycology. We know forests take centuries to mature, but scientists are now using sophisticated mixtures of pioneer species, fast-growing plants that stabilize soil, combined with mycoremediation, the use of specialized fungi. Fungi are nature's greatest recyclers. Their vast underground networks, called mycelium, can not only break down tough organic matter, but also filter and sequester pollutants in the soil, paving the way for native plants to return much faster. By strategically introducing the right fungal and plant species at the right time, we can shave decades, sometimes even a century, off the natural recovery process, turning barren land back into functional forest or wetland in a fraction of the time. The progress from USAG-1 to these next-generation technologies represents a monumental shift. It's a shift from merely mitigating damage to actively reversing it. Synthetic biology, nanotech, and accelerated ecology are giving us the power to truly heal the planet, faster and more comprehensively than ever before. The future of environmental recovery isn't just about preserving what we have, it's about restoring what we've lost. These tools aren't a silver bullet, but they represent a powerful arsenal in the fight for a sustainable world. What do you think is the most exciting technology mentioned here? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to dive deeper into how CRISPR is being used to save coral reefs, click on the video on your screen right now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.